What's up, everybody? This is Robb Rivera from the band Nonpoint. If you're not into now, you're into nothing.
So you guys are out with Gemini Syndrome and Highlander and 3 Years Hollow. How's that tour been going for you guys?
Pretty cool. It's one of probably the best package we've had headlining since we've been out with Seamless and Oncline like 4 or 5 years ago. And really cool. The attendance has been killer. Like, you know, in fall, you know, so many tours going around, you know, like Slipknot and Korn going around in this moment's out there right now. So, you know, a lot of people don't have money for every show, you know, but they've been coming out, man. It's been really cool. I mean, I have no complaints, man. I'm definitely excited to, and actually tomorrow's the last day of the tour, and
yeah,
it's been very, very cool.
Now, did that attendance surprise you guys with having those other tours and kind of competition, but not really competition?
Well, the thing is, I think it comes down that I take care of all social media for the band, so I have found different ways to promote to get it to more people, you know. So, I mean, Facebook is, they say, is a necessary evil or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been, it's been helpful the way I promote, which I won't tell nobody how. But
ancient Chinese secret.
yeah, and then, you know, there's also radio that's helped us out, you know, our fans, word of mouth. But I mean, it's been very surprising, I mean, in a way, because I mean, we're a band that's with a 17-year career.
Yeah.
But the fact that people still come and see us, even people that still from the first record still come and see us. Actually, they see us now with their kids.
Yeah.
Which is funny, but it's
That's
really
kind
cool.
Of kick-ass though, you know.
It's awesome to see, you know, they're still into the band, they're into the growth of the band.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the changes we've made, and
passing it on to the next generation.
Yeah, hopefully the kids, and they keep passing it on, and we're hoping for another 17 more.
Yeah, definitely. Now, you guys have had quite the career. High points, low points. If you had to pick one high point out of your career so far, could you do that? Is there one? There's,
to say one is kind of hard. I mean, our first record, The Statement, was a high point because of all the opportunity that was coming our way. We were, you know, on the Ozfest. We were the first band picked for Ozfest in 2001, and that was just absolutely one of the best tours I've ever had in my career, you know. And then, but we've also toured Disturbed, our fourth record, you know, and actually in this lineup right now, we're on a high point right now. I mean, Breaking Skin is doing killer radio,
yeah,
great sales, attendance, selling merch, you know. It's feels like a band again, you know. Feels like it, you know. I mean, there's some low points, you know, that I think every band goes through. You know, you have to. I don't think I know any band that really, well, there's a couple that have been lucky, that have been a high point their whole career. There's a lot of bands that have been through that dark time, you know, and we've definitely had our share of dark times, you know. But Elias and myself have made a pact that doesn't matter what dark comes, you know, there's always a light at the end, you know. So it was just, but there's definitely a high. The high point, honestly, after all I've mentioned, is the fact that we're still here, and I'm still making a living doing this. I mean, I've not had
to go get a real job.
Yeah, I've not had. Well, to me, this is a real job.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so,
you don't have to go to Burger King or whatever.
But I have not had a job outside of Nonpoint since the day I signed my first contract. So that's a high point that I've been able to actually say I make a living doing what I really want to do.
With that lengthy career you guys have had, you guys have toured with some numerous bands, good bands, bad bands. Has there been one band that you guys toured with that you look back on and you're like, damn, that was a fucking kick-ass tour?
Well, Ozfest was one. We learned a lot. Any tour with Mudvayne, Seven Dust, Disturbed, Hell Yeah, Machine Head. All those tours were extremely memorable. I'm trying to think of what else. Stone Sour, and out with the Disturbed tour. I mean, we've learned a lot from all those bands. Head PE, the original Head PE. And it's just all those bands we learned to what to do and what not to do. You know, not that what they were doing was bad, but it's just things that didn't work for us. You know, and we've learned from other people's mistakes as well as we've learned from ours from these tours, which, you know, and those tours I mentioned is the ones that were really helping Nonpoint establish the brand. Papa Roach, another one, we toured 6 weeks with them. If we hadn't have been on all those tours, we would not be here today, because those bands exposed us to their fans that became fans of Nonpoint. And so that I have to thank those bands, because like Seven Dust especially, they've taken us out like 6, 7 times. And it's easily the best ticket in town. You know, when we play together.
Yeah,
it's
that's a perfect lineup.
When that tour ever gets, if that ever gets announced again, the amount of excitement that is surrounding a Nonpoint Seven Dust tour is just. I mean, we've been friends with those dudes. Those guys are like our brothers, our family. You know, it's really cool. But yeah, that's all those tours have been extremely high point. And I actually would love to repeat every single one of them. It'd be killer.
Now let's go back in time a little bit. Do you remember the first time that the whole idea of forming Nonpoint first came about?
I mean, Nonpoint has been a band in one form or another since 1991. That's when the name Nonpoint popped in my head. And I'm the only real original member, but me and Elias are the original from the Nonpoint people now. But, I mean, once I met Elias and I met the 2 guys that were our original lineup, that's pretty much like, okay, this is it. I got the lineup, this is what we're gonna do. And 3 years later we were signed. You know, we just busted our ass in the local scene. And we wanted it more than anybody else. You know, and nobody understood like how seriously we took it. You know, it's like, even I ran into some buddies yesterday. I lived in Puerto Rico for many years. I played in the Puerto Rican metal scene for a long time. And 2 of my buddies came yesterday to the Dallas show. Dallas. And said, man, you did exactly what you wanted to do. What you told us. And you surpassed everybody down here. Everybody's still down there, struggling. And I said, honestly, the way to get out of it, to make it in Puerto Rico, is leaving the island. You know, because nobody was going to go down there and check it out. Bands like Sepultura got that lucky break. You know? Actually, people got discovered. But the idea for Nonpoint, I originally started in 1991, but seriously, it was 97. You know, like when I knew that, okay, I finally got the lineup. It took me 6 years to put together. You know, and from 97, that's when the real thing came in, set it in my head, like, okay, let's do this.
Now, drums, is that something that you've always had a passion for?
What, music?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, outside of baseball, I mean, music was, when I first, you know, picked up this 2-string acoustic guitar. I was 9 years old, living in Ohio at that time, actually, and this neighbor of mine was throwing away this acoustic guitar, and I started playing. I took it home, and I actually learned Smoke on the Water like that.
Wow.
I'm 44.
On 2 strings.
I'm an old man.
So I'm 44.
So I learned Smoke on the Water and Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield.
Oh, nice.
So those were the 2 songs I learned. And but yeah, music has always been a passion, and it actually saved me from teenage thuggery. Because living in Puerto Rico is a little rough, and you kind of have to be rough to live the rough life. But music definitely set in. I come home from school and play my guitar. You know, I play drums, but I was playing, you know, my Peace of Mind album from Iron Maiden, Kill 'Em All, and Ozzy Osbourne's Blizzard of Oz. Those were the 3 records I played on guitar.
Nice.
As soon as I came home from high school, I didn't even do my homework. I just went straight to the guitar. Nice. But yeah, I mean, music has been, and still to this day, it's. I mean, I've talked to my wife, and I was saying, you know, when will this ever end? You know, and she says, I don't think it's ever going to end for you. Says if it ends, I don't think you'll be happy. So who knows? I might be playing here talking in a fucking casket. I have passion for music. I just love playing music. You know, music is.
So it sounds like you got, you know, family support behind you. With
my wife met me. You know, we met each other while I was on tour, and she already knew the deal. You know, we have 2 amazing kids together, and I've talked to her. You know, it's like, I mean, I'm sure this is going to come to an end at some point, but it's going to come to an end when we decide it. No one else is going to decide it.
It'll be on your terms.
It'll be on our terms. No one else is going to decide when this band ends. And she said, says, you know, Rob, if you were to quit, you'd be the most unhappy man in the world. You know, says music is your life. You know, so yeah, I think I'm be around for a little while.
Nice. Now, do you have a personal favorite song that you look forward to playing in the set every night?
I mean, every single song we play means something different. You know, I don't have any personal favorite. You know, we do.
Is there one that maybe gets you a little bit more pumped up?
We play one called "Fucked Up World." It's on the new record. That there's a lot of double bass in that, and gets me hyped up.
Nice.
But the only thing that sucks is almost at the end of the set. I'm already like
drained.
The drums is so long, you know, but it's really, you know, every single song like resonates something different in me, and there's, you know, we live through our music, you know, so I mean, I every single one of them has a special memory. Like when I'm playing each one of those songs on stage, I find myself thinking while we're playing how we wrote it, what led to the lyric, what led to writing it. You know, it's weird. I'm supposed to be concentrating on the song,
yeah,
and I'm concentrating on the story behind it. So,
nice.
So every single night, that's what I do.
Maybe they should do a Nonpoint Storytellers edition.
We actually have done that. We did an acoustic thing in Madison, Wisconsin, and Randy Hogg, our good friend from WJJO, was there, and he was on stage, you know, asking us questions, and the crowd asked us questions. Pretty cool. So,
nice. Oh yeah, that's definitely cool. Let's talk a little bit about videos. A lot of bands, some love doing videos, some hate doing videos. Where do you stand on that?
I'm not a particular fan of videos. I mean, outside of, my favorite thing is to play live. It's not to taking pictures and recording. It's stuff that you need to do. Mm-hmm. But I mean, videos, it's draining because it's like in a studio. If you miss a part, you gotta do it over again, you know. It's just over and over, you know. But I mean, the end result is the best thing about it, you know. But mm-hmm. I'm all into videos, you know, because it's, like I said, it's something you need. Just suppose you do music.
Yeah.
So I don't have an issue, but it is draining.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about radio support for the band, which is something that's really tough for bands to get nowadays. Mm-hmm. How is radio impacting Nonpoint right now? Well,
I mean, the good, fortunate thing for us is every label we've been on has had an incredible radio staff. Well, the label we're on, Razor and Ties, it's Kurt Stefik, a great dude. You know, he's got his hand in radio really hard, you know, and he's been a tremendous help in expanding the brand of Nonpoint. So, and radio has completely just always been there for us. We've made some amazing friends all over the country at radio. But yeah, it's I love radio. You know, it's something that helps you. You know, it's something that helps your band.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm all about the radio. You know, it's not that I'm writing songs for radio.
Yeah.
But you know, the songs that we write, you know, radio programmers like it.
Yeah.
And
put them on there.
They're there. They give us support. You know, we've had amazing. Like I said, our whole career, radio's been there. You know, it's a big important part of Nonpoint too.
Yeah. Let's go back a little bit. I was talking earlier about the tour. Has there been one show on this tour with these bands that stand out in your mind like, man, that show fucking kicked ass?
Actually, last night in Dallas was absolutely, the 3 shows in Dallas were great, but last night in Dallas, that was the best Dallas show. Our hometown show in Fort Lauderdale was sick. Hartford, Connecticut. I mean, all the shows have been good. I mean, we actually played in Kent, Ohio, a town that I've never heard of in my life. Right. It was like 20 miles south of Cleveland.
Wow.
And the place was just completely packed. We had so much power in there that the PA went down 3 times on our set.
Nice.
And the crowd was just eating it up. And the crowd was just insane. Yeah. Every single show, the only down show was we played in Vermont, and Elias had an extremely bad vocal issue, and he couldn't sing that night. Mm-hmm. But we had already set up, and we played instrumentally. So that was a first.
Nice.
Very, very fucking awkward.
Yeah.
And that's something I will never do again. So.
Let's talk about some of your influences musically. Who are a few of your influences that put you where you are today?
Bands or musicians?
Musicians.
Well, my absolute favorite drummer is Neil Peart from Rush. It's my favorite band of all time. I don't think what I do is anything resemblance of him. There's some things that I do hi-hat work and certain ride cymbal stuff that kind of resembles him, and also Bill Ward from Black Sabbath, another favorite of mine. Danny Schuller from Biohazard. This guy named Eric Peterson used to play in a band called Only Living Witness. He sadly passed away a couple years back.
Yeah.
And Phil Rudd from AC/DC, who's now in trouble, I guess.
Yeah.
So, who else? Alex Van Halen, Stuart Copeland from the Police.
Have you ever had a chance to sit down with any of your influences?
Unfortunately, no. The only drummer that two. No, you know, let me go back on mine. Danny Schuller from Biohazard stood behind me at a show and watched me play. That was nerve-wracking.
Nice.
And then Shannon Larkin, who was actually in Godsmack, and I followed him when he was in Rat Child America. Another one of my favorite drummers, and Godsmack was recording a record in Miami. So we were playing the Miami Zeta Fest annual radio shit on there, and they came to the show to hang out, and he was behind me the whole time, and that was pretty nerve-wracking. Also enjoy Vinnie Paul, you know, and that was I enjoy a lot of stuff, and not that and I don't imitate what he does, but I enjoy the power that he puts in behind the music, and he plays for the songs. He has powerful, uses no click track, and just is a human metronome.
Yeah,
it's like insane. And still at his age, he's still a monster drummer.
Yeah, and he's still going 150%.
Yeah, I think he will until he's dead.
Yep, definitely. You were talking earlier about you handle all the social media for the band. Do you have a particular one that you use more than other ones?
I use our Facebook most. I do Twitter, but I hate tweeting. You only have 160 characters. It's terrible. And I do not like Instagram either. But I use it. You know, I use my own personal Instagram more than the Nonpoint Instagram. Actually, Nonpoint Instagram has been kind of non-existent as of late. But Facebook is what I use the most. For the Nonpoint page, we have over 540,000 likes on there, so I connect a lot. I have my own fan page on there too that I connect with a lot of fans to talk about music, and I post videos, a lot of 80s videos.
That's cool, you're interactive with them.
Yeah, I actually try to respond every single question that they have. It's just virtually impossible.
Yeah.
But I try
30,000 questions.
I do at least 70% of it, so.
Nice. A lot of musicians wouldn't take the time to do that.
Well, you know, without the fans, you can't feed the fans.
Yeah, that's
how I look at it. They keep us afloat. You know, they buy the records, they buy the merch, and that helps me feed my family. So.
Nice. So what's next for you guys after this tour ends?
We have a 10-day break, then we go with Head PE for 2 weeks. Then we have all of January off. Then we do Shiprocked.
Nice.
Then we're going to Australia in February to do Soundwave. And then we're doing all the springtime festivals. I can't mention really because they haven't announced it, but we've been confirmed for a couple. So
nice. So the Oklahoma type things. We might see Nonpoint on.
Hopefully, yeah. We'll see.
Nice. That's cool. Let's talk about up-and-coming bands. Are there any new and up-and-coming bands that have kind of piqued your interest?
A band called Nothing More. They have a really killer live show.
Yeah.
Really good dudes. I think they're from Houston, Texas. And
those guys kick ass.
Really, really good. These guys, Gemini Syndrome, they've been touring for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
Islander, really good band, 3 years hollow. Incredible melodies in that band.
Yeah.
And
yeah, this is like a fucking perfect package.
Yeah, actually, I picked it out. I picked out the package.
That's odd, because normally you have one of the 3 or 4 bands on the tour that just doesn't fit in. And
well, me and my agent, I told him this is what I want, see who's available. But yeah, it's been cool. That's why I think the tour's been great, because every single band brings something to the table. It's not like people have to sit through a shitty band.
Yeah.
Everybody, they get entertained by everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, definitely when I seen the lineup, I was just like, man, how many times do you get a perfect lineup like that?
I wish the tour was longer, to be honest with you. I wish we hit West Coast with these guys, but it's it's time to go home for Thanksgiving. Yeah. We've been out for a whole month, and I want to see my kids.
Time to get some family time in.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough leaving, you know.
You can only do so much phone, FaceTime, or whatever.
I do FaceTime, Skype, the whole thing, you know, but it's fun. I love what I do. But when we started this, we didn't have families. Mm-hmm. So I was out for 9 months straight with nothing. I didn't care. I had no bills. I gave up my apartment. I lived on the bus, you know. So, but now, you know, with my kids and you know they're growing up, and like yesterday, you know, my wife told me that my daughter's first dance recital is like in May. I'm not going to be able to see it because I'm going to be on tour, and that's the shit that sucks. Yeah, you know, that's the stuff that you have to sacrifice. Mm-hmm. I miss my daughter's first birthday. I miss my anniversary twice. You know, it's what comes with the territory.
Yeah, you're doing what you have the passion and the heart for.
But if I don't do it, like I said, if I don't do this, I can't provide.
Yeah,
I have to provide. So.
Yeah. Definitely. It's always good when you have good family support.
She is an angel sent from God to me. It's like no question, I get no grief from that woman. It's amazing. She is the most non-rock star wife I've ever seen.
Nice. Being out on the road for weeks on end and months or whatever, what do you do to keep yourself busy on the bus?
You know, I promote a lot on Facebook. I'll watch a movie or whatever. I do Netflix and stuff like that. You know,
more film fan, comedy.
Yeah, as far as what I watch.
Yeah,
I like action. I've been actually started rewatching all of Sons of Anarchy again. So,
nice.
But then there's 2 episodes left before it's done.
Yeah,
which I'm pretty sad about.
So am I.
But
pretty sad on some of the people they've killed off recently.
Yes, I wasn't too happy that Bobby got killed off.
Yeah, he was.
If I spoiled it, sorry.
Yeah, he was. But one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, him and Opie were 2 hard pills to swallow.
Definitely, you know. Yeah. It's like they suck you in and get you involved in this kick-ass show, and then they're like,
the people you think would die are not.
Are dying. Yeah.
And Jonah.
Yeah.
But her time may be coming. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe this week.
Yeah, who knows?
You never know. So, yeah, I'm a die-hard Suns fan. So, yeah, definitely. Man, I think that covered just about everything, man.
Awesome.
Appreciate you taking time to chat with us for a few minutes today. And
can I say something to end?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have an album called The Return. Stores came out September 30th. Everywhere, FYE, Google Play, iTunes, and Amazon, and you can illegally download it too. So, thank you.
Nice. Cool.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot, man. Definitely.